Okay, so first of all we start a new project, and I just call it a blank project and finish. And here first of all we want to get our video in here to put the subtitles on, so click the add video symbol, find the video wherever it is on your system, okay. I just leave it as on the cursor position on the far left, so it loads there. As it so happens with this one, there was a piece of the recording at the beginning I wanted to remove, so I literally clicked on the editor and used that little razor blade symbol to really splice a piece off my recording, drag the bit I want down, deleted the top bit, and then just moved my actual recording I want to the beginning of the cursor. Okay, so all I'm doing there, moving the cursor along, is to just see exactly what I've got further along in that video, because as it so happens I made more than one recording of this game. So again, I'm splicing it in two, I'm dragging one down, so the one on the top deletes because I didn't complete that game, moving the final one along, and then just checking again what's on my recording. And on this one I realised that actually I've got a little bit more on here than I realised, because I've completed that game successfully and then I continued recording the next level up. So again I need to just splice that in two. That's the piece that I want to keep for my first recording. That's it, use a little splice there. So I'm keeping what I want on the top. The second one down I'm not going to delete, I'm going to save it for later, so I'm going to slide it along underneath. And on the far left you can see like the eye symbol, so click that off and then you won't be able to see it. So I just want to see the top recording, which is the actual one I'm going to put subtitles on at the moment. I'm keeping the second one there for later because I will do that separately. So we're working on the top recording. Just want to put subtitles, so on the far left there's an icon, add subtitles, click that. It gives you an option first of all to upload an SRT file. That's not what I'm doing, so just click cancel. And now it'll say, well, where do you want to put your subtitles? And I'm going to say, well, on the cursor position on the far left. And it's all very flexible as you go on, so just click OK. And now you're not seeing anything, just seeing that cross symbol there. Okay, so at the time I'm probably wondering where the subtitles are. Well, obviously, first of all, I've got to draw out something where I'm going to put the subtitles in, and now you can see down below there's now the subtitles line, and on the far right edit subtitles, and that's where you'll be doing most of your work. And underneath there are some other options which will be very useful for you. Editing text, the text color, the background of your text, and any alignment. So first of all I clicked on the edit subtitles. I'm not uploading, I'm actually going to type in manually, so I have to type in 1 so it knows that this is your first subtitle. You'll learn to read those on the timer bar underneath, but at first you need to put in 00 for the hours, colon, 00 for minutes, colon, and then the number of seconds, which I'm guesstimating is about 3 seconds into the recording to start. So you'll see in a minute I'll probably put 03. Yep. And then I need to put comma and 3 zeros. Okay. And then space, a dash, dash, and a right arrow. It needs that, and then it's saying, well, how long do you want this subtitle? So again, 00 hours, colon, 00 minutes, colon, and I want it to finish, say, around at the 10-second mark. So 10, comma 000. Then new line. Now you actually put in the text that you want in that text box. So I'm going to say level 480, which is the level of that game, has a certain number of moves to collect a certain number of items. And just bear with me there because I'm obviously working out just what it is I want to put in the text box. I found the obvious piece of information. I've completed that piece there. So it needs a space, and I've literally put 2 in readiness for the next subtitle and clicked apply. Still not seeing anything on the screen, don't worry about that. Okay, because at the moment the cursor is on the far left, so it's not actually aligned as to where you're expecting the subtitles. So if you click play, there we are, we're at about the 3-second point, but it's still looking a bit murky there. So we need to do some editing. So first of all, we're going to change the font. Generally, let's see that open up, the font option. Okay, it defaults to this Tahoma, normally on about Tahoma 28. My personal preference is Impact. You choose any font that you like, obviously. I usually go for Impact 22, but on this occasion it looks very tiny, so I'm going to change that in a minute. And also, I don't want it stuck all the way up there, so I'm shifting it down below that recording onto that black bar. Okay. I'm just doing this really just to show you can adjust that text box. I'm coming in to change the size of the font. I'm sure you know yourself, you don't always get the instant solution, you have to play around a bit. I'm coming down here, do I want to fill the background? I'm only showing you this, you select yes, and then you change the colour. I don't actually want to change the background, but I'm just showing you that you can. So you select any colour you like. Okay, and you can change the background behind your text, but on this occasion I just want the black, so I'm just going to say fill background and no. Okay, that's good. Now that text still needs a little bit of work doing, it's too small, so I'm just going to change the size and beef it up a bit. Okay, right, I reckon I've got the right size now. And just because I just want to show you what you can do. In terms of alignment, you can also change the alignment here of whether you'll want this left, right or centre aligned. So we just go across to that horizontal alignment and there's your choices. I'm just demonstrating them to you, but actually on this occasion I'm going to leave it on left align. Okay, and then the vertical alignment is, do you want it top, centre or bottom within the text box? And obviously every situation is different, but you have those choices. So that's the first bit of subtitling done. Right, now I'm just saying with the cursor really saying, oh, what happened to the subtitles? Well, you need to click the subtitle bar to show all the options on the right hand side, so don't worry if you can't see that. Just select the subtitle bar and it will all come live again. And this is just showing you that now I want to put some new subtitle in. So when you are next ready to put a subtitle in, you need to be aware of the timings where the cursor is. Click Edit Subtitle underneath the 2. Again 00 hours, colon 00 minutes, because I believe we're still in under 60 seconds. And then roughly where you think that is on the cursor, you can always change it slightly. And so around 17 seconds, comma It's got to be 00, not 00, 000, space, dash, dash, and the right-hand arrow, space, and then again, when do you want it to end? 00 hours, colon, 00 minutes, and 25 seconds, comma, 000. So from between 17 seconds and 25 seconds, the following text I'd like to show. So it's saying something like, try to make striped, wrapped combos, or colour bombs. There we are. Space, and I put 3 in readiness for the next subtitle. If you haven't got any more subtitles to make, then obviously don't do that. Now on this occasion I realise I'm going to have too much information for the text box, so I've made the first line and then 1 second later I've made a new text box essentially, so let's see what happens. Okay, that's the first piece of the text. And then the next piece comes in straight afterwards. So you continue like this throughout your recording. And obviously when you get to a stage of going into over a minute on the recording, then it will configure as something like 00:01 if it's within 1 minute, etc. And you continue the configuration like that. Now I'm just going to play through the game, because at the end of this, whilst I'm showing you how to do manual subtitles, I'm actually going to run this through to the end, and just while we're here in this video editor, just show you the actual export process as well, which I think might be quite useful. If not, then obviously you can finish viewing here. And also, just as an aside, as I said earlier, when I finish this recording, I will delete the current recording and then come back to this and work on the second recording, which is currently not visible, and I will literally edit that subtitle bar to correspond with the second recording and then export that as a separate final product. So that's why I've kept that second recording sitting invisible but still on this project. Okay, so the game's finished now. We're coming to the end of the recording, as you can see, to the end of those bars there. So I thought I'd just check, if you want to know about exporting, click on the export project. Okay. On the output file, you don't have to change this, but I picked up this little tip from someone in terms of changing a couple of numbers here so that it can prevent my final products being blurry when I put them to YouTube. But that's just a personal preference. You don't need to touch this at all if you don't want to. The main thing is, on the left hand side, you've got it selected as an MP4. Ignore this, you're not doing the pro version, well you might be, but I'm not, so if you're not, just click continue at the bottom, and then you add needed to click that export project, which is all done. So now you'll just see that your project is now converting, and you'll see that green bar gradually expand as the conversion continues. You can see on the right hand side in the vision box there, the conversion of your recording is happening. And if for some reason, because it can happen, you decide, oh, that's not actually what you want to be doing right now, you can actually just click that stop conversion and it will cancel everything for you. Otherwise, just let it do the conversion. You'll see it's progressing with the green bars on the upper screen there. And when it's finally done, I'll get a message on the screen saying conversion complete, and it downloads to my video file, from where I can then upload it to YouTube. I'm now going to speed up the rest of the recording and come back to you when the export is completed. Thank you. So I've got the end product on my desktop. I open it up in a video recorder to see what I've got. I'm mainly looking now at the subtitles we've been putting in to see the quality of them. They look absolutely fine to me. So I'm just quickly watching this through, not the entire recording, just that piece with the subtitles in. So that's the end product. Job done.